Hi everybody, it's Wendy here from Lolly Dolly Crafts. I know I've already done a still picture of my fabric book, but I did promise that I would do a talk through of it as well. Here it is. This is an 8x8 fabric book, and this was totally inspired for me to make by Bonnie, which is Sassyscapper. There's been I've seen a few videos out there of the fabric books, but I've actually got one of Bonnie's fabric books and one of her wall hangings now, which I'll show you in a minute. I've been meaning for ages to make one, and basically I did. I made an 8x8 one, which I probably wouldn't do again because it's taken me ages to do, because there's a lot obviously on it. Anyway, so this is the front page. Like I said, it's an 8x8 book. The flowers here is just some satin folded into a square and then added onto a disc with a decoration there. There's some wedding dress applique on here. This one I got in a kit from Rosella, which is Zendalee. The picture is printed onto, it's like a canvas, it's not cotton, but it's like a canvas, and I've just stuck a few sort of sequins to give it a bit of, you can't really, you can see the bit of bling there. This material here is like, it's a bit like muslin, but it's quite an old, we've got what we call a scrap store here, and you can go in and I think pay £5 and fill your basket up with loads of, like, you know, plastic things, but sometimes they have like material in that there. And I got a long piece of this this, and I've had it for yonks, and I thought, oh, wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, but this has been absolutely perfect for this project. There's some pearl vintage beads on the on top of the bows, and then this rolled flower I also made out of the same material, and then there's just a normal, that's not vintage lace there. All the way around it is I've added lace, and on the bottom of here, this was a necklace that I got from Fiona Jennings at Jennings 644 YouTube channel, and it was like loads and loads and loads of pearl beads, but what I did was I took it to pieces but left some of them intact, so they're a bit like dangles. On the spine there's some cream with and some pearl drops in the middle of them, and then again I made with the same pearls a dangle, and I've also attached on the bottom of this flower here some tassels with some pearl beads on the end of them, so yeah, with a great big sort of crystal on the bottom. So okay, so that's the first page. The picture I got off the internet, and it printed out the fabric. It's like canvas paper. It's not paper, but it's like canvas material. I got from Cuddly Buddly Crafts, which is an online store. And then just down here there's some pearl trim, which I got from Fiona. So that's the first page. This is the second page. I'll start with this side first. Again, I've done a little picture there, and there's like some this was like a lace trim, but it was like lots and lots of little flowers, so I just cut them up and added some pearl trim there, and also to go all the way around. There's doily in the middle, and it's put it on so it's like a pocket, so you can put stuff in. And the flower is from a kit from Fiona, her flower kit. This was like a wedding one, I think it was, and it came with all the material to make the flower, plus the stick pin and the feathers. And then there's some applique there, and I think I got that off of Fiona as well. So again, all the way around, this trim here I got from oh god, the Lace Mam off of eBay, this tassely trim here, and also that one along here I got from her as well. Okay, this page I printed off 2 tags and just put them onto some paper, covered them on the back, put some distress ink around them, fairly easy, and just add some ribbon and some twine to the top of them, and they sort of fit. You don't have to have these in there, they just sort of fit in there. And there's some pearl buttons. Again, I got these ones from eBay, these ones, and then the little pockets are made out of I think it was a little square doilies. It was part of a runner, and I just sort of cut it up. And again, this flower here is one of Fiona, and I made this, the stick pin was in the kit, but with the leftover material I made this flower stick pin, and I love it, it's just so gorgeous. And the cream feathers are absolutely stunning, I love them. So, and again there's like, there is some vintage doily trim around the edge of this one, but this lace is not, here is not vintage, it's just some cream lace that I had. And this has been, the book before I decorated has been covered in muslin and some white lace when I first made it and sewed it. Okay, so this next page, this is more creams and sort of tan looking. So again, printed this image and it come out lovely. And there's some trim down the side there, some more wedding applique, and this trim that's going down here was off of a cotton tablecloth that I got off eBay. I got a humongous great big box a couple of weeks back, and it had a lot of big tablecloths in it that had, you know, little great cotton for making flowers, but no good to use as a tablecloth anymore because they were a bit tattered in places. So I cut the trim off, and I've added some. These are vintage pearls off of a necklace. They're not sort of round. They're like not been rounded. They're like raw, if you understand what I'm saying. And then I added this closed peg with some lace around it. Again, this was inspired by Bonnie, Sassyscapper. And the flower, I just used some. What I should have done was tea dyed it, but I have never tea dyed anything yet, so I really must do it because it might have looked a bit better because it looks a bit too sort of not tatty enough, if you understand what I'm saying. But all I did was I sewed some muslin, well, it's like cotton, sorry, cream cotton, and sewed it all the way along with the needle, gathered it all up, and then cut all the sort of tassely bits into it. So that's what I did, and then just put a doily. And this is like this sort of flower thing here. I cut up from some trim, pearl trim. I cut it up and then arranged it into sort of like a flower shape. Okay, so then this page, even though this one hasn't got a picture on it, this is one of my favourites. So on this page, this trim here, this trim that's this sort of feathery trim, not feathery, but this woolly trim that just goes down here, I got off of oh my god, I can't remember what her name is. Crafty Angel Online, I think that's what her name is, her YouTube name. And I'm really, really sorry, but I can't remember what your name is. I can't remember, sorry, but I think it's Crafty Angel Online. I don't know, I can't remember. I'll check. Anyway, so and I made this sort of flower here. I made this is from a Melissa. Oh god, I can't remember her name. Sorry, I've got really bad memory. But it's a line. I think first it starts with Melissa, and I haven't got any of it left, so I haven't got the packet. Anyway, this flower I do remember is from the kit that I got from Fiona Jennings, and some wedding applique. And I made this rolled flower. Added some little pearl trim, and then added some pearl trim to sort of like sweep all the way around it. And I love that page. I really like it. So, and again at the bottom of this one, which one is it? Yeah, the bottom of this page, I did I hung a sewing spool with a little pearl dangle, and there's also a little key there as well, dangly key. So that's that page. And then on this page, this double page was this bit here was like a cotton. It wasn't vintage, but it was like an old cotton tissue box cover, and I took it apart basically, and it sort of fitted. And then these are 2 extra pages that I added to the book, and then I extended them by adding some lace, and this is vintage trim that was off an old tablecloth again. So yeah, so I've extended that, and then I put some bows down there. They're not vintage. And again, there's another flower there, which is from another kit from Fiona. And then this heart is also from the Lace Mama, and I just added some pearls to the middle of it. And I put this image on some cream Hessian, I think that's what you call it, and then just frayed it. So I did that. Oh no, that's no good, you can't see the picture thing. And then just put a pearl satin flower there, and dotted some odd pearls all the way around. And then this side again is the other side of the the extra page I've added. This is like a puffy flower with some lace in the middle, and this lace here is from a swap I did on a Facebook group called Find That Crafty Item, and they do swaps on there. It's not, you can't sell or anything on there, but if you've got something that you don't want anymore, it's like your trash is somebody else's treasure, so they do swaps anyway. And I did a swap for a lady for some pearl buttons, which are these ones here, little tiny ones, and this lace here, which I used to make the flower and this flower here. And then I just added some seam binding, which again I haven't tea dyed. I must give it a go. And also there's also some of that lace as well there, and some wedding applique that I got off of Rosella in a kit I bought a while back. And I hope everything's okay with you, Rosella, because I know you've had a bit of a rough time at the moment with a she's not about because she's had a bereavement in the family, so she's away for a couple of weeks. So I hope everything's okay for honey, and let us know when you know that you're back, and you know how you're doing. Okay, all right. So my next page is this one. Okay, and I didn't put too much on this page. I put again I extended this side, added some of that trim, and then added some of this pretty cream lace, quite a 2-inch lace I think. And then added some pearl trim all the way down, and this lace, this vintage lace on the bottom, and I've added some like crystal. I don't know if you can see them, but there's one, and there's one there. This you might see them sort of blingy a bit. There's some crystals that I dotted all over, and then again this flower I made out of lace, added a doily. There's three doilies there, small ones, and then some of those pearls on top, and some more of that trim that I got from on Crafty Angel Online, I think. Okay, so this page, I just this was a very old tablecloth that I got from Car Boot, and it had she wanted I think she wanted quite a bit for it, but it had holes in it and stains in it, and I said to her that I wasn't prepared. Anyway, she let me have it for cheap in the end, so that was quite good, because I wasn't going to use it as a table, so I cut tablecloth, so I cut it up and made these rolled flowers out of it, and you know the bows and that, and there's a bow there, and there's 2 big doilies, one there, there's a little one there, and then another one there, and then some more applique, and then all the way around this I added some tulle just to make it look nice and floaty, and then again there's a pretty image there, and I added this is not vintage. This is, I added some cream trim down there and added some more pearl trim to it. And then some, this is vintage, which again has been cut off. Okay, so and then there's this page. There's not too much on this page. This flower I got from a mystery kit from Fiona a couple of weeks back, and which was perfect. It had a little clip on it, so I took it out. Sorry Fiona, but I wanted to use it in my book. And I've added dotted pearls all the way around it, and there's another wedding applique there. And I put some little angel wings on the back. Oh, I think I got these from Fiona as well. And then this trim that goes all the way around the bling I got in a jewellery kit I got from Fiona, and also this eyelet trim as well. So that's that side. And then over here, this is another page I love. This flower, rosette flower, is huge. And this was made from this flower, rolled flower. I just folded it over, again from watching one of Fiona's YouTube channels, flower making things. I just folded it over, sewed it in and out, and so it's sort of got like a puffy, well, it's supposed to have a puffy, but it's got no raw edge because it's folded over. And then I just added these little rosette rosette flowers that I made, and added some added them onto some bows. And again, this is a wedding applique I got off eBay, and it's lovely because it's like really sparkly. So I used that again. I added some pearls to go all the way. These are more like Aurora Borealis pearls. And then to the flower I added, there's a little stick pin there, a glass stick pin, and then I just added some glass beads all the way around it. I love this page. So that's it basically. That's my book. This is my last page. As you can see, it's quite big. It's humongous. It's 8 by 8, but I think now it's got all the bits on it. It's probably more a 10 by 10. But I know I showed you the pictures. I did say I would show you it in the flesh, as it were, and I'm really pleased with it. I'm really glad how it turned out, and you know, I love it. I will make another one at some point, but I will make a small one. I won't. It took a long time to collect all the bits and for this project, so I think I'd have to. Maybe I wouldn't have to collect so much for a small project, because I think a 6 by 6 would be probably that size, whereas this one's an 8 by 8, and I know it's only 2 inches square round bigger, but that's a lot of extra space to fill. Okay, so I'm just going to put this to one side because I want to show you the wall hanging that arrived today from Bonnie. Well, I love it. Look, and she sent me a lovely card as well. Look, isn't that absolutely stunning? This is the wall hanging that I bought from Bonnie. So I've also got one of her fabric books as well, which I'll show you. I love it. It's so beautiful. It's printed on cotton. I really must find out how you transfer, or what sort of cotton you use. But there's like a doily all the way around the outside, and there's big doilies, and I love this tassel trim at the bottom. The tassel trim at the bottom. I mean, isn't that just stunning? Look, it's just absolutely gorgeous. And to be honest, look, that's the back. Isn't it beautiful? To be honest, and look, she's made the coat hanger. How cool is that? So that's got pride of place in my craft room at the moment. And then I'll just show you the book that I got from Bonnie as well. This arrived last week. So this is so you can see the difference between the size of Bonnie's one and my one. Mine's huge. But the Bonnie's is stunning. It's absolutely stunning. I love these flowers, and they're going to sit together, and look, this tassel, and it's so beautiful, so beautiful. Look, oh, it's just like, I have to pick it up every now and again and just keep looking. Look at that, it's absolutely stunning. The pictures are gorgeous, and there's like cream wedding applique there, and eyelet lace trim, and it's just so beautiful. And then, oh, just look at that. Look, all these crystal tassels. And it's just, I love this lace here. It just sort of runs all along the page. It's just so beautiful. And then on this page, it's so pretty. I just have to touch it and ruffle it, and this beautiful runner that goes, and it's so cream and it's so crisp, the colour. And then look at that one, isn't that beautiful? It's just absolutely stunning with the feathers there, and the crystals, and look there, and the tassels. And I love this. And then that's the back page, the lace, but it's just so beautiful. So yes, I am so honoured and proud to have one of Bonnie's creations in my craft room. So anyway, so I've shown you my one, and I've shown you Bonnie's one, and I've showed you the hanger, which is now hanging on my door of my craft room. So I did promise that I would show you mine. So there they go, a mummy one and a baby one. So anyway, thank you for checking it out. I know I've already done, like I said, a still picture one, but I did say that I would sort of show you in a bit more detail. So I hope this has been great for you. Okay, and I've got to figure out now what my next project is going to be. So thank you for watching, and I'll chat soon. Bye.